There, I got the right page. Those of us who know Diane Larson to be the intelligent, thoughtful, and well-dressed person she is, listen when she speaks. That's even so when she says really questionable things that, such as, there are not 4 seasons as all the rest of us know, there are only 2 seasons. One season is autumn. The other season is waiting for autumn. As I reflected on her obsession with fall, I began to understand the profound Unitarian Universalist connection to autumn. The trees tell us that this is a time to let go, to release those unneeded things and ideas that encumbered us, so that then we may be better prepared for the growth that is to come. We prepare ourselves for an unbounded future. We gather our hope around us. Autumn is about readying for reflecting in the darkness, growing comfortable with the solitude and promise that accompanies a dormant period, a precursor for unpredictable growth. As a UU, I choose to embrace hope, even in the darkest times. I wonder how the suddenly leafless tree embraces the hope necessary to sustain it. Can it feel its roots gathering the nurturing food that it will eventually send to its branches in the spring? How much hope does it take for the tree to know that new life will appear when the last leaf departs? Leafless and seeming so vulnerable, its naked branches protesting each wind gust with valiant resistance, the tree keeps hope alive. Hoping is the tree's winter work. Hoping is easy when the buds start to appear in the spring, but to choose to hope in the darkness, to let hope lead us toward the light, to see ourselves becoming and growing because of our hope, that vision takes courage and imagination. Now, hoping is easy here in the church before the sewer line collapses, before always temporary financial fears seem to rear their ugly head, before health problems affect congregants. Yet, like the leafless tree, we sense the future of our community and our place in it, doing the work of deeply knowing each other, of consistently supporting the members of this church. We feel the hopeful sensations. We visualize the budding of our vibrant faith. But deeply knowing each other takes a lot of work. Listening with empathy, hearing with our hearts, that takes such effort. And we can feel in the moment of doing it the reward as we engage deeply in community. Autumn generates hope for a new school year. Each fall, year after year, I came to school with the hope that that would be the year that finally my imagination would gain the attention it richly deserved, much richer than the criticism that my legendary disregard for facts and formulas and all that stupid stuff always engendered. Each year disappointed my fall expectations, though, yet my hope kept returning year after year without explanation. I had to care for my ignored imagination myself. There is nothing more hopeful than a leafless tree. It has no farmer's almanac to predict spring, and the light keeps getting darker. What must it be thinking? Can it feel the support of half the forest beneath its feet? It knows nothing of the earth's rotation on its axis, yet it cares for and nurtures its hope for spring all winter long. Caring for our hope is a form of caring for ourselves. Losing hope happens when I lose a sense of control over my life, when I see only the darkness, when I embrace the negatives that seem to come with such frightening and angry regularity. In community, I can keep hope alive. I recently discovered baseball, a game of absolute failure, where the odds of success are so small that anything that ever does go right is a cause for great celebration. The reality of baseball is hope defeating. Yet each team and its fans gathered together their hope 162 times a year. To be a baseball fan is an exercise in nurturing hope for an elusive future like the tree in the churchyard. That hope carries us to the next game. I care for my hope in part by being in this community. And in community, I try to engender hope in others. That's not as altruistic as it seems, because nurturing your hope keeps my hope alive. That's not, that's been, we've already read that, we don't have to read it again. I can't do this alone, but I know eventually the light will approach. But that knowledge becomes more hopeful when you and I know it together. I need yous to assure me that, in fact, there is hope yet for me to find. Seeing your hope motivate you to make a better world, to make a supportive community, tells me that better days are coming. Seeing this community act on its commitment to each other fills me with hope. I get little surges of hope here as I see the most hopeful things. Every Sunday, mysteriously appears on the table in the gathering room, orders of service. Plans that took more than an email and a phone call, more than Tanya printing them and folding them and bringing them over, all in hope of nurturing this community. Coffee and cookies don't magically appear without this community, without this community's hope to make space for connection or space to belong. Zooming doesn't hope by accident. Enabling our community at home to join their hope with ours is a hopeful decision this community made to be more inclusive. Circle suppers don't happen spontaneously. Who, where, when, and how take hours of hope and planning to create moments of deeper community. Thousands of postcards encouraging voter registration and participation, handwritten by congregants, don't happen accidentally. Hope propels our just acts. The lawn gets mowed, toilets get fixed, steps get replaced, bushes get trimmed, and cookies eaten, all in hope of making space for a hopeful community. Luna and the Lunatics have choir practice to make music to enhance our hope. They hold their hope to them as they sing and play. Christine and her religious education exploration warriors carefully plan hopeful lessons for our children in RE, engendering their hope. And we have a fall festival today from 1 to 3:30, full of an opportunity for you to participate in more hopeful things around the campus here. The setting for our hope is carefully nurtured with thoughtful preparations. Hope is a choice here, and we choose to hope in many ways. As you listen to the leaves fall and think of the community they find, emulate the tree's positive ability to let go and to choose hope without grasping the past. The tree jettisons those leaves that might held it back, that would make it vulnerable during hopeful and new beginnings. I ask the trees to help me be wise, not smart, reflective, not reactive, and choose this community of hope over my isolation and fear. I know the leaves will appear, that our collective hope sustains us and encourages us to hope for our becoming together as we enjoy Diane's second season, Waiting for Autumn. May it be so.